All right, so for spray adhesive, I like to use this this Gorilla stuff. Dries pretty clear, seems to be pretty strong. Sprays evenly. You can use the 3M stuff if you want to. Notice I turned it upside down there at the end to kind of clean it out. So now that I've got that on there, I am going to always work from the back forward, right? Kind of like shingles. We're going to shingle from the back forward. Sticking now, isn't it? All right. So this was the back and this was the front. It sits so nice and flat with those channels cut. Just feel it drop right into place. Middle. Middle. It helps to say it out loud so that you don't get it confused. And back. You could use whole width pieces of extreme tape on this. I'm just trying to save a little bit of weight. And there's no sense in putting it up here when we're about to do what we're about to do. So I'm not quite done with the back yet. Got a little bit left in this roll. I want to measure this actually. I'm going to say about a 10-inch piece. It's 10 inches right there. Let's get one more. And this is just reinforcing that back where things tend to tear when things get real extremely fast. And you know, it's actually not how fast you build your wing, right? Like you could build a wing that breaks the sound barrier. Because it's not how fast it's going that hurts it. It's how fast it stops. Yep. Now we're going to start with the spar. So I'm going to center this piece right along the spar. The extreme tape is nice because it has those bi-directional lines in it. And since I have that nice black line that I drew on my wing at the beginning, I can actually line up the vertical pieces of the extreme tape with that line to make sure I'm putting my extreme tape on here nice and level across my wing. I'm sure it's not 100% perfect, but it's better than if I didn't have that line. Nice sharp razor is the trick for that. What you'll find though is razors don't stay fresh very quickly when you start cutting tape with it, just like your scissors. So to minimize waste, because this tape is expensive, I went left to right on that one. I'm just going to go right to left on this one and use this piece that's already got an angle cut in it. Just overlapping a hair over my previous course. Go the other way, overlap a hair, line up the middle. Having a good time. All right, now we're getting towards the nose. Things get a little bit trickier here because I've got a little bit more going on, so I'm going to cut relief cuts in here to get around my wires and the curve of that nose. And just make sure everything's laying down nice and flat. Got a little wrinkle there, going to work it out. Rub one out. And there you go. Extreme tape. All right. Not extreme tape, but I'd love to know if somebody's tried both. I mean, I've tried both. I just didn't think about it very hard. Which is better? So I'm going to put a little piece of packing tape over this. Or not packing tape, but painter's tape. So that I don't get a bunch of adhesive in there. And now I'm going to go spray the other side of the wing with spray adhesive before I put my extreme tape down. On this end, I'm going to have another 10-inch and 10-inch piece here. Then I'm going to go over top of the spar with ones, and then I'm going to do the nose with a couple pieces, and then it'll be time to do the leading edges. I save the leading edges to last. So I may even go ahead and cut my two 10-inch pieces before I spray so that they're ready and waiting on me. All right, fresh roll. Okay, this thing is kind of in the way a little bit. I want to keep it. There we go. Because I am not done with the spray adhesive yet. And I've still got my little black mark from where my spar was when I was measuring where to put my radio slot in here. So I know that I'm over top of the spar here. Using that vertical line that I put in there at the very beginning, I can get my tape nice and level. There we go. Or, again, probably not 100% perfectly level, but it's pretty darn close. Come on. Okay. Oh, now we're just going to do the nose. And you know what? I still had a little bit left on this other roll. So, we're really going to reinforce the nose a good bit here. look at that. It's not enough. It is just enough. Oh, that roll's done. And just our leading edges left here. Sweet. I'm going to give myself a square into my roll of tape. I go a little bit past the nose there, and then all the way down the tail here, and then just kind of get this leading edge in place. And this is kind of tricky, but I'm going to use my forearm and cut right off at the wingtip. Yeah. Make sure my edge is nice and straight. Make a relief cut at my nose. I can just fold over here, just like that. All right. Other side. Same deal. Just a little bit past the nose. In the middle. Oh. Okay. Booyah. Lights are installed. Next I'm going to do decals and then laminate. Actually, before I do decals, I need to cut my elevons, just in case I have any designs that go onto the elevons. I want to make sure they line up. But what do you say we plug in some lights and make sure that we're still golden? There it is. Look at that. And this is the top of the wing, right? So this is the light shining from the bottom through to the top. I like it.